Hello Agilist, I'm Piyush Rate, your learning partner. Welcome to Everything Adaptive with Piyush. In this video, I'm going to share 4 key abilities needed by the Scrum Master. That is to teach, to facilitate, to mentor, and to coach. Stay tuned. Back in 2016, fellow PhD Barry O'Brien published a white paper about the 8 stances of a Scrum Master. This included the 4 abilities of a Scrum Master, that is, Scrum Master as a teacher, Scrum Master as a facilitator, as a mentor, and as a coach. Also, in her book Coaching Agile Teams, Lisa Atkins highlights that for a agile coach or a scrum master or any project manager who is transitioning to this agile ways of working, 4 key abilities are required, which include again to teach, to facilitate, to mentor, and to coach. Now, whether you are a scrum master or an agile coach or a project manager helping your team to take up the new ways of working, these abilities will help you to create effective teams. However, in my experience, what I have learned is not everyone is familiar between what is the difference between these different stances or different abilities that a scrum master or an agile coach should possess. So, let me break it down for you. Teach. As a teacher, I impart knowledge based on the fixed curriculum. I bring in my personal experiences that I have learned and ensure that you get the best understanding of the subject that is being taught. For example, as a Scrum Master, one of the key abilities that I will have to develop in a Scrum team is the right understanding of Scrum. As a Scrum Master or as an Agile coach, I can always teach you about what is Scrum, how to use it, how to develop a product in an empirical environment, what are agile values, what are principles, why are they important, and that would be my teaching stance. Facilitation. The second ability or second stance of a Scrum Master is to be a good facilitator. So what is facilitation? In my experience, facilitation means creating the right set of boundaries for a group of professionals so that they can self-manage their work. As a Scrum Master or as an Agile coach, my job is to create the right boundaries for my Scrum team or an Agile team so that they can self-manage their work. For example, as a Scrum Master, I can set certain boundaries around, let's say, the event Daily Scrum. Daily Scrum is only for developers. Boundary number 1. Daily Scrum should be done within 15 minutes. Boundary number 2. Developers should focus on the progress towards the sprint goal. Boundary number 3. Developers can decide how to run the daily Scrum. Boundary number 4. And so on and so forth. That would be facilitation. To understand the difference between the remaining 2 abilities or remaining 2 stances of a Scrum Master, that is coaching and mentoring, let me introduce you to a simple model. This model is called TAPS model. Tell, ask, problem, solution. Now, coaching and mentoring does not happen on the problem side. Coach and mentor both focus on the solution aspect. As a Scrum Master, that's what we do. When from my experience with my knowledge, if I can provide a solution to my team that will help them move forward, then I will be their mentor. For example, after a sprint, we made a release and that led to a number of defects. As a Scrum Master, I can get into a retrospective with the team, and as a peer, I may go ahead and suggest, folks, we made a release, there were defects, looks like our quality is not up to the mark. Can we, in future sprints, try test-driven development? A solution is being provided for the developers to pick up, to decide if it makes sense, then they can apply. Coaching, on the other hand, reverses the process. Instead of providing a solution, we ask for a solution from the team. In the same case, where after a release defects were identified, we can share the same observation with a question. Hey team, we made a release and after that defects were identified, which means that our quality is not up to the standard. How can we improve the quality in our upcoming sprints? Instead of providing a solution, I asked a question. How do we improve the quality of our increment in future sprints? It is up to the Scrum team, typically the developers, to figure out ways of improving the quality of the increment. And that is the difference between coaching and mentoring. I hope this video helps you clarify the differences between the various stances of a Scrum Master, that is, teach, coach, mentor, and facilitate. If you are new to the channel, like and subscribe. Click on the bell icon to get notified of more such content.